Yep.
Welcome to the Late Night Love with the Wolfman Tarot. I'm your host, Doug. Welcome to White Wolf Tarot, guys. We're doing a late night, it's over the weekend, so we're doing Late Night Love with the Wolfman. Spirit wants to talk about this. I'm not always comfortable with some things. Why? Because my mom is a Taurus. My twin flame is a Taurus. My buddy Luke at work, he's a Taurus. He's a good friend of mine. I know a lot of Tauruses, so it's like, and they're deep down, they're decent people. They really are. Stubborn as a mule when they have belief systems built up around things. But they're decent people. I really get along with these people. And so it's hard for me sometimes because I see them struggling or going through some stuff, and usually it's because of their own stupidity. That's a bad way of putting it, maybe. I don't like saying it like that, though, because we all have things in life to learn. And it's not that, like, we're all at different levels. Let me just point out some of my faults, okay, before I go into this reading, because I'm seeing a lot of things here, and I don't want to feel like I want to uplift and unite people. I want to help people. Unfortunately, sometimes I get, like, something kind of, like, negative in. And there are negative things in the world that are happening, and, I just want to put that out there. One of my biggest problems is this. I chew tobacco like it's nobody's business. China will verify that. Hey, China, how much do I chew tobacco?
You can go through a can a day easily.
Yeah, stress levels, instead of, like, giving it to the universe, I'm like, I go through that. I have things that I can get rid of. This is an addiction. Addictions are bad. Let me just cover this right now. This is a legal addiction, but this is not healthy for me. This can kill me. It is not good for me. Okay? I know that is something inside myself. I might be somebody that's trying to make myself better or helping other people. But I have weaknesses and stuff too. I write it down. I try to make myself better, and I hold myself accountable for those things. There are things I hold myself accountable for as I'm trying to become a better human being. I'm trying to become a better person so that I can help other people, because that helps me. Going through things like that help me. Like if I say, if I read that somebody has an addiction and then you can talk to me about it, I have one too. Okay? So as I go through trying to put this down, and you guys are going through some things, I'm telling you, I can relate to what you're going through by some personal experiences, and I'm more than willing to help people. I helped somebody out this evening with something, and I'm very grateful I had the opportunity to help Brittany. Hopefully she's out there watching this evening. I felt good about that. And I was just glad I could be supportive and help somebody that I don't usually have a lot of contact with, in helping them choose to do the right things for themselves in their lives and to uplift people and bring people together. Because this is what this is all about, forming this community to help uplift people in need. I'm not trying to push any kind of views or opinions on anybody or anything of that nature. This is all just meant to help. So, as we go forward and everybody goes forward, help me help you. Let me know what you're thinking, how you're feeling. Let me know what's going on, and this is here for you to be supportive of whatever is going on out there, okay? Because a lot of people hurt, and a lot of people have negative things in their lives that they have to rise above And that's difficult. I know how difficult that is. I have had personally a lifetime of experiences that I've had to go through to even get to the point I'm at now. To here recently, I've dropped the cursing. I used to curse like a sailor.
Mm-hmm.
It was, in fact, cussing. Was almost like a second language, and then
I'll verify that.
I'm a college-educated man, and I was led to do all this, and that's kind of phenomenal how that all happened. And again, I'll share with you guys at some time, like, what led up to this without trying to be, this is a very good thing, and helping people a very good thing, and I don't want to be a negative Nelly about any of it, because if I didn't go through and make myself a better person and become better than what I was, I would never be at this level now speaking to you folks. And, I want to clarify that. I don't want everybody sitting up here thinking, oh, well, he just thinks he's this and this and this. I don't. I'm just as flawed as any other human being. I take time to write down what I think needs fixed. I make goals, and I clean up those parts of myself that I think need work, and that is the only difference. I hold myself accountable for what I have to accept within myself. That would be like anything of a negative nature, like shadow work and things of that nature. And I don't want anyone feeling like I am by any means putting, when I see something like this spread that's about to go out, when I see some negative things, I do not want to, I don't want anyone thinking I judge based upon what I'm saying. Okay, I'm here to help you, regardless of whatever's going on. All I want you to do is let me help. Okay? Because I've been through some rough stuff, people. Things that you couldn't even imagine. I've been through some very hard time periods. I would be more than grateful if you allow me to help you. I'm a Virgo, the sign of service, so I really do enjoy helping people. And it makes me feel good to help you. So I can be emotionally supportive, I can be your friend, I can be somebody you can reach out to. I'm not always one to just like toss money into the wind, okay? But if I see somebody that really needs something and I can help, then I will provide that help, need, or service. That's no issue. So we will go into this read. This is for Taurus. And hi, Mom. Hi, Luke. Hi, my twin. You know who you are, maybe at this point, hopefully. My twin flame's out there. But having said all this stuff, and I want everyone to take this as an objective point of view. I don't want to be out like everyone thinking that I'm out to harm somebody emotionally or anything of that nature. I am not about that. I really am not, and I don't want to. We're going to go into this objectively. Like, I don't know any of those people. I'm just going to go into this read objectively and go ahead and give this read. And this is a personal nature in a way, because I am tapping into an energy that's that hits home, and so that can be difficult sometimes for me. And so we'll see how this goes. See, Taurus, you need to step out of your comfort zone right now. Prosperity does lie ahead of you, and your emotions are running high right now. you have this choice that's ahead of you about letting the truth come out. And oftentimes you'll find that people are understanding people under somebody that's understanding will come at forgiveness. Okay, the past is the past. People can be forgiving. And maybe you haven't experienced that much, and maybe that's what the question's about. But if somebody really is your friend or somebody that really does care about you, they'll forgive you because they care about you. Not only that, forgiveness, like I know, forgiveness is about yourself. Because if you don't forgive people, you carry on that negative baggage with you into other relationships, even if it's not about that person, that or about something else. You have to forgive for yourself so you don't carry any baggage into as you're growing as a person. Okay? Because you can't drag that animosity around with you. Okay? You want love. Love is not a weakness, and being kind is not a weakness. You do have to discern with who is worthy of that kindness being given to. And you have to be careful for yourself, but not to the point where you don't let anybody in, or because of things happening in your past, you can't build up a wall to a point where you don't have those friendships and that kind of love relationship, because you're so walled up that you don't let things go. And that's, or being of a forgiving nature, because and not everyone in the world's after you or trying to do something to harm you, or not everybody in the world is trying to get back at you. Granted, there's a lot of folks out there that are that way, but not everybody is that way. Especially if you're dealing with a fellow earth sign like a Virgo, as far as that's concerned, because we are not really, a lot of us are not that way. I don't know.
Virgos are pretty easy to go along with.
Really down deep. I mean, we might be seen as judgmental and all this other nonsense, when really, a lot of times, any of that thing in that nature is just because we expect a lot of good things out of people we care about. We expect those things out of ourselves even more. We hold ourselves accountable for a lot, and often that's misunderstood. Okay? So that's nothing to look at in a negative light at all. We'll tell you what we think. Okay? And that's where the sharp end of the sword, it's like a double-edged sword. We'll tell you what we think. It doesn't always sound pretty, but the only reason why we're doing it is because we actually care about how you're developing individually as a human being. Not because we're trying to be harsh or judgmental. We're actually trying to be there for you and let you know that because you're doing something wrong and I see you doing something wrong, I expect you to be a better person because I believe in you. And I believe that you can be a better person. You should believe in yourself because I believe in you. If a Virgo believes in you and they choose to allow you into their life, because we're the sign of the hermit, we're very closed off people. We don't allow ourselves to be around a lot of people. We only let people in that we only allow those people that we really care about in. And if you have a Virgo caring about you on that level, like caring, then you've already passed one of the most picky people in the world as far as that's concerned. You know, I also here have the Five of Swords showing, which means there's been arguments about this. Whatever this is, there's been arguments about this choice, about the truth coming out. There's been arguments about it, and these arguments are probably stress levels brought to you by people that aren't not necessarily the most ethical people in the world. So I wouldn't heed too much advice from people that want to argue and bicker all the time. Okay? Because if they're decent folks, they want to come down to a level where they don't want to fight or argue about it. They want to use the rational mind and be objective about the circumstance. You have the it'd be the 5 staffs here. I'm using my
Nightmare Before Christmas
deck. I haven't broken into it that much, so I'm reading from that today because it's very lovely. And there's some things I see in here that I don't see normally. So I'm getting.
And you can energy. Ignore my Rider-Waite deck cards.
Yeah,
chilling.
We were reading for something else there. Yeah, or you were. I don't know who you were reading for, but
and Reddit stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, China's giving Reddit reads as well, $5 reads, folks, tonight. But back in this about the truth coming out, about willing to tell the truth, it's always good to tell the truth and to be honest. In fact, if you're dealing with any earth signs whatsoever, the truth, if you want to win an earth sign more than anything, even if they don't want to hear it, if you come at them sweet and honest and nice and just want to talk, and you're honest with yourself and you're honest with them half the time, like over half the time, we're looking at like 90-95% of the time, that individual is going to be like, okay, this is different, this is better, this is cool. Okay, they're not going to be harsh with you under those circumstances at all, so
no,
you don't have to worry about
this
that.
Is pretty easy going.
Yeah, I mean,
not very common for our sun and fire sign to be together.
No, and here we are, like sitting across from each other talking. And she's a fire sign, I'm an earth sign. And usually, earth signs and fire signs are kind of natural enemies. But see, like I'm sitting across from a fire sign, I get along with her just fine. You know, they should tell you something. 5 of staffs here. So you're being defensive a little, you know, about these things, and you're coming off as this there's this offering here that's at like page level, okay? Because you want to come in a certain way, you want to look a certain way. Coming in as page isn't always good. Maybe you have a little trouble communicating, that sort of thing. Just be yourself, but be kind and be honest and be rational and talk on a logical level, and let whoever this is about, let them, give them don't live in fear. Give them a chance to talk to you. Give them a chance to respond out of their own nature, whatever that would be. Forgiveness, again, is on somebody else. If you're coming to somebody honest about something and they don't forgive you, that's on them. The worst thing they can do is say no, and you're no worse off than what you are. You don't have to come at somebody trying to gain something. An apologies are not meant to gain anything. Okay? Apologies are to be pure. Like, I'm sorry that I dropped your phone. Let's say that. Something like that. And you can say, I didn't mean for that to happen in that way. I could have done things better. you can be honest about it. And
I'm sorry I cut your hair too short.
Yeah, something like that. You know, you can say things like that without coming at it in a defensive way. And
That's happened before. That's why I threw that one out.
and if you're afraid of any kind of rejection or anything on that level, that's on the other person. After you come at somebody that's pure and you know, hey, I'm a human being just like everybody else, and apologize, you don't have to feel a certain kind of way. Okay? That from that point, once you've put that into somebody else's mind state, it's up to them to come the other halfway. Let them make the decision on what's good for them or what serves them, and just be in that moment to see where they're at in life and see how it goes. You can't, you don't want to sway anything, any kind of given way towards anything. And you will be surprised at coming at somebody with that kind of honesty, how decent somebody can be if you are coming through with that kind of love and sincerity and just being your pure self, just being that pure version of yourself and let that shine. Okay. There's already judgment on your side has been cast or thought about. Okay. But I see here there's some kind of addictions involved. You've let addictions and negative friends and people have an opinion that's not necessarily of your own mind state. You've let other people influence that. You've let addictions influence that. Again, this is not me coming down on anybody. I have an addiction myself that I'm trying to put down. Okay? You see that? I am by no means saying I am not guilty of having some kind of an addiction. Okay? So I don't want anyone viewing this as like harsh whatsoever. I'm just trying to help.
I love that card every time I think about the Oogie Boogie song.
Yeah, there's some addictions and there's some negative things here that you've allowed to influence some things. I've seen this. Okay, so but we're gonna work through this and not. We're gonna work through all this. Okay. And you're focused on money. Tightly thinking about money right now. See the Queen of Pentacles. This is in your energy. This is what you've been thinking about. Trying to get this stable. Trying to get this stabilized and figured out and things of that nature. And all this has put you in your deepest thoughts. So you've been thinking about this right now. So it's good that this tarot reading has come up. Because you're thinking about this. And then that gives me time to like kind of try to interject some wisdom.
I've never seen the Hangman card on that.
Yeah, this is the Hangman card. This means you're in your thoughts and that you've been thinking about, you know.
I've seen every card in that deck except for the Hangman. That's the first time I've ever seen it.
Out. You know, and after these given situations, the dust will settle. You'll know who your true friends are because people that are your friends will understand and will. If somebody truly cares about you, they'll care about you regardless of what it is. And if you're coming at somebody honest, then if they decide to act a certain kind of way, well then that's on them. You're doing your best for what you can do and given the circumstances. Okay? So don't be too harsh and don't be too critical and put your weapons down. Put your weapons down. It takes a strong person to do that. It takes a strong person to put aside addictions, put aside this fighting mentality, and quit being so defensive, and put this stuff aside so that you can make things better for the future and letting these truths come out. And I see here, this is about your Ten of Cups. Because deep down, this is what makes you happy. This is going to make you happy, and this is going to make you better. And I want to just sit here and say, do that. Do that. Whatever that is, whatever it is, whatever it's about, you know, do this work. This is a bit of shadow work. This is really taking a look inside yourself and cleaning up things that you need to take care of. This is, and I'm going to be here to help walk through this. So if you guys need to reach out and talk about this, we can talk about this. Okay? Nobody has to feel any kind of way. Now you're coming off in this energy of the Knight of Coins. That's better. That's a bit more stable offer. You keep going from this Knight of Coins to this Page of Coins. Okay? You know, you want to stay in this Knight energy and offer something stable. You don't want to go at it at this Page energy, because even though you don't want to tell the whole truth because you're afraid of what somebody might say, come in like this Knight. Come in like that Knight. Offer something stable, strong, be honest. You know, work through it. There doesn't need to be any kind of hostilities or nothing. And chances are, whoever you're talking to, or whoever you'll talk to, if you come at somebody like that, you'll have a chance to clarify something, build a relationship, and you're coming at them honest. You might be able to build something strong and secure that way. Ace of Wands, that says passionate offer is what you're thinking. You might not want to trip up that fast, okay? You might want to go in with the truth and stuff here first, and that's what you've been thinking about. Come at them with truth, talking, friendship level, that kind of thing, before you just go offering this Ace of Wands, okay? Which is like a passionate offer. You don't want to come at somebody like that, okay? Even if that's the only way you know how to offer, you don't want to do that. You just talk to somebody. Give them a chance to talk to you. Be open and honest. Be a friend. If you're a friend, other people will be a friend. If you want to.
That's an interesting card on the bottom of the deck.
Yes, that would be the Two of Staffs and the
Two of Wands.
Two of Wands, which means, you know, kind of waiting, seeing what happens at this point. Let's pull something. Here, let's go off. This has been charged earlier. Let's go right over top. This is going to wind up being a long reading. So, that wants to be this way. So, this is the Knight of Wands. Okay. That's talking about that passionate offer coming in. Regarding the passionate offer, I'm telling you, hold off on the passionate offer, okay? Okay. Okay. You don't want to frighten.
Don't jump
not
the gun.
If there's been trouble in here, like I've seen, don't go off the cuff about it, okay? Just go in, tell the truth, be honest. Let both of you get a chance to say I'm sorry, and you know, hopefully both of you are forgiving, and let that happen that way. Don't come in with a passionate.
Yeah, don't scare them.
Yet.
That'd be scary.
Not yet. You don't want.
Don't scare the neighbors.
Don't be too headstrong. Yeah, don't scare the neighbors. That's always a good rule of thumb. Don't scare the
If it sounds like it will scare the neighbors, don't scare the neighbors.
This will lead to secure foundation. This will lead to, and with my advice, this will lead to a secure foundation. Something to build on. When you have that nice solid foundation, it won't fall apart again. Because you're coming at it honest, you're coming at it as something to build on, and something that you move slowly into, nice and stable, and you're going to be shocked at how wonderful a life can be with somebody, or a friendship can be with somebody, when you're coming at it with this stable way of doing things. Okay, so yeah, so you'll be in this afterwards here. You will be in this King of Wands position. Okay, which does mean, it means that you can be stable in yourself, self-reliant, self-secure, in having stable foundations without
That would be the play you want to do, that passionate offer.
Yeah, when things are stable and secure and stuff, if it leads up to that, yeah, okay. But let's build up a solid foundation here. Okay, after these trying times, let's do that. Yeah, and this was in regards to secrets. That's why the fear of the truth being here is because of these secrets. Okay, and this you feel was a missed opportunity because of what had happened. You feel like this is a missed opportunity. Maybe you want to talk to this individual about it, and just lay down your swords. Lay down your swords. Lay down your wands. Lay down your weapons. Okay, build something strong here. I see you're learning new things. You're growing, you're learning new things. Getting some thoughts behind this, and yeah, you have a choice here. You have a choice. Everybody has a choice in life. We wield much power through choices, so let this be a time. Choose to do something that's good and builds up towards something good. Let it be a time of helping nature and coming at something in a good, uplifting way. Okay, allow yourself to be. We're not born with aggressiveness and hatred. We're born pure with a loving heart. It's after other people have taught us to be defensive because they've, like, let's say maybe someone's been hurt people. So anytime anybody comes off in that manner, you know they're probably hurting 20 times more than you are. Probably not happy with themselves or anything like that. So know what that is inside yourself, and then don't get triggered by anxiety or emotions approaching somebody you care about. And maybe I hear that sometimes when you haven't seen somebody for a while or something, you have those emotions or anxieties build up around it based upon things that have happened in the past. So you don't know why you do that self-sabotage. You don't know why you sabotage your own happiness. It's because the anxiety that's in you and those chemicals inside your head that make you go off because of those emotions that you can't. You're triggered by that. So what you want to do is, when you get in that state, remind yourself that this is just me reacting to my own emotions. Take time. Take 3 deep breaths. Before you approach, take 3 deep breaths and let what comes out of here be uplifting, be appropriate, be kind. Be kind to one another. Be loving. Okay? So from that point on, you'll move to calm water. You'll move into a calm time period. Okay? Where all this stuff will be put behind you. Okay? And then what we're going to do here is, here we are, offering something stable. This is better. Offering that stable offer. Offering something you can build on. Okay? Okay. Then, you're kind of holding on to your money. All our signs do that. Okay? All our signs do this. Okay? This isn't just one earth sign. This is one earth sign to another earth sign to a Capricorn to... We all do this. We watch that coin. Hopefully it's not in a greedy nature either, because that's the dark side of that, is in a greedy nature. The other end of that is just paying attention to what you can build up for what's good for you and your house and your home and your family. Okay? But the dark end of that is just being greedy. So don't be greedy. Just you need to do what's good for you and your household and things of that nature. You know, build a stable foundation. And then there's that emotional offer built upon deep trust and concern and coming at somebody honest right there. Okay? That's what you get for doing all this in the way I've talked to you right now. Taking what I've said into consideration. That is this Ace of Cups right there. That is how you do that. Okay? That's how you do that, Taurus. Okay? And I see here that you'll be walking away from what no longer serves you. I see here that this is going to take patience. And no, you don't have a lot of patience and you're stubborn. Okay. You don't have a lot of patience and you're stubborn. I just heard that. Okay? I don't need the cards to feel that. Now look, when you're dealing with this kind of thing, you'll learn patience. Okay? And we should all learn that. That is, patience is a virtue. And there's a reason why they say that. Even I have to learn patience. Just when you think you're patient enough, you can learn more patience. Because when you take that time to go in and know who you are and doing all this stuff, that getting rid of this negative stuff, it takes time building up, being patient with yourself, and being, anytime you get triggered and you're like, oh, I gotta do this now, well, don't do that. Take a step back, breathe, light a candle, look at the flame, sit in the dark, and ask yourself, why? Why am I feeling that way? Why am I triggered? Is it something in me? Is it something in me that I need to put down? Is it something in me that I need to learn? Is there something in me that I can learn out of being triggered, out of the situation? And that's how you do that work. That's how you do that work, I think. All of us have those things. I mean, no, China, yeah. Would you agree with that?
I think I have less patience than you do.
Well, yeah, you probably do. You got that fire spirit, though. You'll snap off like that over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and talking about that, okay. We were in the car the other day, and I was thinking about something else other than what was going on in the car. I was thinking.
Oh God, we're not bringing this back up.
No, we're gonna bring it up.
No. I'm good.
Okay.
We're not bringing my habits into this.
Calm down for a second.
We're not bringing my habits
we're
into
doing
this.
to help other people, and I want other people to see that we all have things to work on. Okay. So we're gonna bring this up to show people that.
Yes, I cried over wanting a pack of cigarettes. Okay, that's what the gist of it is.
Yeah. And my response had nothing to do with the cigarettes at the time. She just assumed that I was saying, no, we're not going to stop by and get a pack of cigarettes so you to calm down. That's what she assumed. That had nothing to do with what was on my mind at the time. But she was so focused on that addiction, she couldn't think of anything else, and that's what came out. She wasn't realizing, hey, that's not how he is, or
Hey, he's got an addiction too, so I don't.
Well,
bad.
I've stated that like 9 times. Stated that 9 times. That's how I know what she was feeling in that moment. I know she was feeling that way in that moment because oftentimes I have felt that way myself. And I know what the response was because in the past, when I was like 22, I would have responded the same way. Okay? So that's how I know what she was feeling at that time. That's how I understand that. Okay? So when we're dealing with this, we do have to be patient with ourselves. We do have to be patient with other people. Know ourselves and know other people so that we can get past that thing where we're upset or we're crying or we're triggered or we're angry. Because oftentimes that triggering moment has more to do with us internally than somebody else. And you don't want to project that towards somebody else as if they did something. Okay? Because none of us are victims. We all choose things in our lives. We all choose things. None of us are a victim. Okay? We have to take responsibility for what we've caused. Okay? And like even bringing that up right now, that's a healing moment that she, like being able to work through that, like what she just did now. Yeah, she was hesitant because she don't want to bring it up. That's a touchy thing. But being able to bring it up makes her better later. It makes her step into being a bigger person, being vulnerable with people out there that need help, and being able to help. There'll be an announcement made regarding to all this and what you just said. Don't ask me how I know that. I can hear things. Okay? There will be conversations over this, what has happened. This is 2 people building something together, business or foundation, home life, family, that sort of thing. That looks really good. All this work is done. And this is leading to what will make you happy. Okay? Now, don't be scared of the arguments and things. Because what you're about, what I see what you're about to do will lead to you being happy overall. This is your happiness. Doing all this work and this shadow work. This is a lot of shadow work, I understand. Okay. After this time has passed, this is what's going to leave you happy on the inside. And
oops, losing cards.
yeah, I moved my arm here and it did that, but this does make you happy. So this is good for you. Speaking your truth, telling the truth, letting these things come out, working through all this. It seems like a bit of like dark night of soul. This is what leads to you being happy. Okay? And that's good. I'm glad that's what leads you to being happy. You should feel good about doing shadow work and getting through these hard times and getting through all this stuff that's weighed you down. All this stuff has weighed you down for years and you just haven't expressed it. You're afraid of how people would look at you and how other people. This is about you and your happiness and making you feel better, and you're gonna feel lighter. You're gonna feel 20 times better once you get all this off your chest. Okay. Don't hold back because you're afraid of what other people are going to think or arguments that might be. If somebody can see you actually coming at a way of making you better and making your life better and creating a stable foundation, people that really care about you will want the best thing for you, and this is the best thing for you. You're going to find out who your real friends are, who the supportive ones are when you're doing something that's good for you in your life, and build up these things that is uplifting and uniting and supportive. You will find out the people. Because if you're doing good work like this and a person is supportive in doing something that is positive, those are your friends. If you're making positive changes, the people that are cheering you on while you're making positive changes, those are your friends. Not the ones that want to keep you in a negative outlook, or looking at somebody negatively, or looking at friends negatively, or doing some things in a negative nature. Those people that really are for you and your friends and who you want to be around are going to be those positive people that you want to be around, and supportive and loving, things towards a good nature that builds solid foundations and a happiness that you're going to love for years to come. That's what you want. You want to surround yourself by good things and dwell upon those good thoughts, and leave those negative thoughts. Leave the negative behind. Leave the negative things. Don't dwell in that stagnant water. Head to this sunshine. Head to this happiness. And you'll feel so much better. Your life will be better. You will receive blessings. You'll get out of that negative atmosphere. And you will be 20 times better, feeling good about yourself in your life and bringing in positive things. Because when you create positive things, you bring positive things into your life. This is all I have for the White Wolf Tarot. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We have a place on Facebook for the White Wolf Tarot. You can join our group, share some personal experiences, help uplift somebody else, let them uplift you, and commune with people of a like-minded nature. We have Instagram and Patreon. We're doing Twitch now. I do believe we started that. And I am working on getting artwork and things out there for t-shirts and things, folks. This is Douglas saying God bless, namaste, sending you nothing but love and light. And you folks have a good night.
Peace.